Hey ladies, this is Brett with Workout Anytime, and this is another 10 questions with me. Good options for fast food, depending on what you get. Obviously, nothing deep fried. Now that's kind of hard because I do tend to go for the deep fried stuff. We all have our mishaps every now and then. But anything grilled. Obviously, Wendy's has a nice option with salads. If you can get anything, a lot of greens loaded up. A lot of times, if you are looking for the bad choice, just remember portion control. Body wraps. That is the greatest question I get all the time, actually. I'm not going to say it's a pyramid scheme. A lot of times people look at it as, oh, this is just another pyramid scheme. A lot of it has to do with proprioception. Proprioception is something that you basically look at it for yourself. Some people say yes, some people say no. It also comes down to the theory of heat versus ice. There's some people, like anytime you get injured, heat works for me. Some people say ice works for me. Obviously, science says ice does work better. Now, there is a lot of times, science with the body wrap. It's not going to really give you a lot of things. But hey, if it works for you, then it works for you. Keep doing it. All right, good exercises for autoimmune disease is basically anything that's closed chain, that's low impact. That's wall sits, lunges, or react trainers, a good option for that as well. Things that are not good, anytime when your feet are upright, such as some of our cable machines, like our hamstrings and our quad machines, that's probably not a good idea just because it's putting too much pressure on your joint. If you look at it as a physics standpoint, the fulcrum is all based on your knee. Anybody with autoimmune disease, that's not going to be a very good option to have just because it's putting way too much weight, way too much pressure on those joints. Thing, women over 40, midsection, trying to get that off. It all comes down to portion control. Just literally trying to cut your calories either in a fourth or a half if you can. Now, exercises that you can do at home, biggest thing is the lower abdomen. Leg lifts are going to help with that. I can be more than happy to show you if you guys come in here what that exercise is, but any kind of plank as well where you're stabilizing. You're going to see more results with that faster than you would any other, exercise that you would pull up on Google. Biggest question is always, how much weight should I be losing in 1 week? A lot of people, you see these crazy diets, they come out, they're like, hey, lose 5 to 10 pounds in 1 week. Ladies, I can tell you right now, that is a worse way to do anything. First of all, it's going to be water weight. The reason behind that is because after 2 weeks, if you guys quit cold turkey, it's just going to go right back on you, and it might even gain a little bit. The scientific way to do it is 1.5 to 2 pounds per week. I know that's not the biggest drastic change, but you have to look at calories in versus calories out. When you guys are exercising, you have to replace what is going out because your body has to maintain at some point. The biggest thing is portion control and obviously hydrating yourself. Cardios or weight first. This is the biggest argument that I get with everybody that comes through these doors. Me personally, I like cardio first. It wakes me up, it gets the blood flowing a little bit better, and then you go to your weights. Now there's some people that argue they just don't like that. There's not really any science behind what works faster, what works better. It's just kind of a preference thing. Me personally, like I said, I like cardio first. Worst alcoholic drink you can drink. Well, it depends on how drunk you want to get. So if you want to make bad decisions, then you can go for the hard stuff, and that's probably the worst. Any kind of whiskey or bourbon. As far as calorie-wise, anything that's a very dark beer. Obviously, if you have 4 or 5 of those are going to be more calories. So those are going to sit more and more as you throughout the night. Best alcoholic drink, I would have to say a Michelob Light, just because the calories are nice and easy. If you guys want to get really trash, you can go for the Bud Ice. If you're ever hitting a plateau, that's when you need to go seek out some help. We're more than happy to help you here. The worst thing you can do is just quit. Everybody goes through plateaus. Even myself, my whole staff. It's just going to happen. If you need to, the worst case scenario, do take a week off, but just remember, just reevaluate your regimen. Switch in, substitute this and that with some different exercises, but come up and ask for help. Don't try to do anything that you're not comfortable with, that you think will work, that is a fad or anything like that. So biggest thing on a plateau, ask for help, get a partner, work out with somebody else. Honestly, that's up to you guys. A lot of people try to stay away from the scales. I weigh myself every day. The best time to ever weigh yourself is right in the morning after you go to the bathroom. Make sure you don't eat anything. That is your 100%, your weight for that day. A lot of people weigh themselves at night. That is going to be everything that you ate that day, that you drank that day. You've got your clothes on, obviously. I mean, it's probably going to fluctuate 5-10 pounds. A lot of people are like, well, I weighed 160 this morning and now I weigh 175. Don't look at it like that, literally. And don't try to fast either. Don't try to, skip out on dinner and then starve yourself through the night and then weigh yourself. Go ahead and eat what you're going to eat. Do it by 6, 7 o'clock if you can, and then make sure you cut off, whatever you need to as far as hydration about 8 o'clock, and then weigh yourself whenever you wake up.